Okay, well, welcome back with a quick test video. Not test video. This is actually just a flat out video. This is the thing with the tutorial on how to adjust for the daylight savings. First, gonna show how to do it with a digital watch, and then gonna go onto screen recording. And actually, just hold on. Well, yeah, sorry about that. Stuff popped up, but. Yeah, it's just gonna. I don't know why I have the watch on when I can't. I don't have a third limb. Well, I don't have a third arm. Technically, being a guy, I got 5 limbs. But yeah. Anyways, so first going with the digital with the watch, and then gonna go onto the screen recording to show how to do it with analog, and then in the settings with the phone. And the analog would be similar with like wall clocks. And then tips on how to handle daylight, how to adjust for it with your biological clock. So keep in mind, this is mostly just for the US, because I'm aware there's other countries that do it, mostly Canada and Australia, but they're a bit different. They do it different times. Well, Canada is similar than with us with the time of year, but they do it weird. And Australia, they just do it all. They just like wing it. Like different. One of their states do different time jumps. Like one of them jumps ahead half an hour. It's like, okay, it's very confusing. And they do it in their summer months, which is currently. And I think actually we'll probably be approaching where they switch it back to normal time zones. So yeah. So and with the U.S., there is 2 states that doesn't do daylight savings, and that being Arizona and Hawaii. As for the other 48, they do have daylight savings. And honestly, if I have any say in it, no states would be doing daylight savings because that shit is confusing. So, let's get right down to it. So, with basic watch, this would be the light mode, which is the one you actually want. I think start, I don't know what start does. And then reset gives you alarm. So, with mode, I think start, you get the date. Yeah, you get the date. The date is wrong by a month. So the daylight savings with the spring, you just want to spring forward. You want to go here, but that resets that. You want to hit this one. Go to hour and hit it once, and you're done. As for me, I actually got to bring it back like 3 hours because of going to Seattle. Well, 1 hour because daylight savings. And actually for the fall, when we go spring back an hour, you want to hit it, well, most watches, you want to hit it 23 times to get back to either 11 times or 23 times, depending on if there's an AM PM difference, to get to the hour that you need to go to. If you're like this watch and it switches and it alternates between military and regular time, you would want to hit it 47 times to get to the hour that you need. So yeah, there's that. And then after this, we'll get to the analog get to the screen recording for the analog and all that stuff. Don't worry, I have a way to combine it all. That won't be an issue. So stay safe. See you then. Okay, so we're here with this to show how to do it on the clock. I'm just do this for, let's say it's 5 p.m. Yeah, that'll work. So with spring it forward, we want to go to 6 p.m. But for the spring, you want to do that. It doesn't do that stuff with the with the watch, there's a dial on the side that you spin. With the wall clocks, there's usually a dial on the back that you'd also have to spin. With alarm clocks, it's going to be a bit weird, with both analog and digital. But there's usually buttons that tell you to change time, and you might have to hit the button like either 11 times or 23 times or whatever going into fall. Just hit it once going into spring. And I forgot to mention this. For 2022, you want to go ahead and be like, for 2022, the daylight savings starts on the night of the 12th, going into the 13th of March, and ends the night of the first Saturday or going into the first Sunday, or Halloween going into the first Sunday of November. So, depending on where that falls on the calendar, it is when the daylight savings ends. But like I said, in the fall, you want to dial it back 1 hour. Some of them, hold on. You would have to spin it around until the hour clock goes to 4. Just like an example, if you're doing this at like 5 p.m. or 5 a.m., that's what you want to do. Now just gonna pause and get to the settings to adjust on the phone. Okay, so it didn't want to pop up here with the settings. I don't know why, but with settings, I can't really find where you could do this. So in search, just type time. System, date, time. That's what you want to find. Is it still recording? Yes, it is. Okay, so just gonna clear that out. So set time zone automatically. And use that to set time zone. Now for the US, it will automatically adjust for daylight savings, and I just did that for the travel, because I do plan on traveling with the Seattle and time changes with that. But outside of that, in terms of tips to adjust your biological clock, going into the fall one is simple. Just enjoy the extra hour of sleep and you're good to go. As for the spring, it's a bit more complicated. As the night you do the time shift, you want to go to sleep an hour early, as to not become exhausted. That's the only way to really jumpstart the clock. Hold on. But yeah, with that, that's pretty much all you can really do with the daylight savings. Just go to sleep an hour early as for the spring daylight savings, and just enjoy the extra hour of sleep for the fall daylight savings. But yeah, that does seem to be it for right now. Stay safe. See you in the next video. Bye.